At the very bottom of our world, where the wind howls like a chilling warning and the ice stretches beyond all imagination, lies a secret. It's a secret that has haunted explorers, governments, and scientists for over a century. This is Antarctica, a continent officially described as lifeless, barren, and purely geological. But for decades, it's been the subject of forbidden rumors and whispered discoveries that simply defy explanation. The story we're told is one of ice and rock. Yet, countless anomalies tell a different tale. Magnetic distortions that scramble modern instruments, radar scans revealing geometric structures miles deep, and strange heat signatures indicating vast energy sources far below the surface. Something ancient sleeps beneath the ice, something so profound that those who have glimpsed it never speak publicly again. Since the 1940s, military missions, scientific expeditions, and satellite data have all pointed to the same unsettling conclusion: there is something under the ice that does not belong there. It began with Operation High Jump in 1946. This was a massive U.S. Navy mission led by the famous Admiral Richard E. Byrd. Officially, it was a research expedition. Unofficially, it was a full-scale military deployment involving over 4,000 men, aircraft carriers, and destroyers. But within weeks, the mission ended abruptly, and Byrd was flown home. In a cryptic interview, he spoke of a new enemy that can fly from pole to pole at incredible speeds. What did he encounter in the frozen south that terrified a seasoned admiral into silence? Some say he discovered a hidden base not built by humans, but by something far older. An ancient civilization, or perhaps a remnant of technology left behind by visitors from beyond the stars. Decades later, satellite imagery would reveal circular openings in the ice, perfectly symmetrical and large enough for an aircraft to enter. These were quickly dismissed as natural formations. Yet further scans showed tunnels stretching deep beneath the glaciers, far too smooth and regular to be natural. Scientists who tried to publish findings of metallic anomalies under the ice were reportedly pressured to retract their work. The deeper the investigation, the thicker the wall of secrecy became. Think about this. Why does every major nation on Earth willingly sign the Antarctic Treaty? It's an agreement that bans all territorial claims, military activity, and most independent exploration. No other place on the planet is so universally off-limits. What could possibly unite rival governments in such perfect cooperation unless there was something there worth hiding from all of us? Some believe that under the ice lie the ruins of a pre-glacial civilization, perhaps the remnants of Atlantis itself. Ancient maps, like the Piri Reis chart from 1513, actually depict Antarctica without ice, complete with detailed coastlines and mountain ranges, centuries before modern exploration. How could early cartographers have known the topography buried beneath miles of frozen mass unless they had access to ancient pre-cataclysmic records? Geological core samples prove that Antarctica was once tropical, with rivers, forests, and complex ecosystems. If a civilization thrived there before a sudden global freeze, its remains could be perfectly preserved. Entire cities sealed in ice, waiting to be found. In 2017, leaked satellite photos appeared to show massive hexagonal structures emerging as the glaciers melted. At the same time, researchers near the Ellsworth Mountains detected unusually high radiation and magnetic readings. Those images vanished from the internet shortly after appearing. Whistleblowers from scientific outposts have claimed that certain areas are declared restricted zones without any explanation. Even Google Earth has blurred regions where inexplicably no data exists. What is so dangerous beneath the ice that it must remain invisible to the public eye? The theories are as vast as the ice sheet itself. Some suggest ancient power sources, buried reactors still generating energy long after their creators vanished. Others speak of alien machinery, massive engines embedded in crystalline tunnels that pulse faintly with heat. Then there's the Nazi connection. Historical records confirm that the Third Reich established a base called Neuschwabenland in 1938, sending submarines and scientists to Antarctica under the guise of exploration. Post-war rumors claim that high-ranking Nazi officials escaped to hidden bases beneath the ice, protected by advanced technology they had discovered there. According to these accounts, Admiral Byrd's Operation High Jump wasn't for research at all. It was retaliation, an attempt to confront forces that the world wasn't ready to face. When Byrd returned, he reported that the next war will be fought not against nations, but against powers that can come from the poles. His words were buried in archives, dismissed as the ramblings of an exhausted man. Yet since then, dozens of expeditions have vanished, their missions classified, their logs sealed forever. In 2002, satellite radar discovered a massive magnetic anomaly beneath Lake Vostok, a freshwater lake buried under 2 miles of ice. Scientists expected to find rock. They found a powerful source of heat. The origin of that heat remains unexplained. Russian researchers reported finding biological activity in the lake water, but their data was confiscated before it could be peer-reviewed. Those who spoke to journalists described structures under the ice, symmetrical, vast, and metallic. One of them later disappeared during a return flight. Every decade brings a new clue, and with it, new suppression. Whistleblowers claim that military satellites have detected enormous caverns with internal illumination, like artificial light sources operating in complete darkness. Some even claim to have intercepted coded transmissions emanating from deep within the continent, frequencies unlike anything known to science. Could these signals originate from machines buried since before recorded history? What if the civilization that built them wasn't human at all? Ancient myths from across the world tell of gods who descended from the sky and retreated into the earth or beneath the seas after great cataclysms. Could Antarctica be one of their final refuges? 19th century mystical writings spoke of a hidden kingdom beneath the pole, a gateway to a subterranean realm of advanced beings guiding humanity from the shadows. Skeptics will laugh, of course, yet every year the ice melts a little more, revealing patterns that look less and less natural. Hexagonal platforms, massive doorways, and monolithic shapes aligned perfectly with the stars. NASA's high-altitude satellites have captured heat signatures consistent with underground facilities that stretch for miles. Even mainstream outlets cautiously acknowledge unexplained magnetic disturbances. And then there are the forbidden expeditions, the ones that never return. In 2016, a team of geologists disappeared near Queen Maud Land after reporting metallic artifacts in their communication logs. Their equipment was found months later, encased in ice. Their data cards were completely empty. Officially, their deaths were attributed to extreme weather. But insiders claim they stumbled upon something no one was ever supposed to see. Could it be that the governments of the world already know what lies beneath Antarctica? Is it possible the Antarctic Treaty exists not to protect the environment, but to keep a world-changing secret sealed? If so, what happens when the ice finally gives way? The continent is melting faster than ever, revealing ancient landmasses unseen for millions of years. As glaciers retreat, strange formations are emerging, circular ridges, obelisks, and deep black openings that seem to swallow light. Drone footage of one such site, briefly uploaded in 2021, showed what appeared to be a vast metallic wall stretching for hundreds of meters before it was taken down. Users who shared the footage reported that their channels were flagged or removed. Why such urgency to suppress what could be dismissed as a natural formation? Unless, of course, it wasn't natural. The implications of a lost world beneath Antarctica are staggering. It would mean our timeline of civilization is completely wrong. It would mean humanity's story began long before Egypt or Sumer. It could also mean that something survived, something that watches, waiting beneath the frozen crust. Could this explain the rising reports of unidentified aerial phenomena near the poles? Could the craft seen darting over the ice be not visitors from another world, but guardians from our own, the last technology of an ancient race, still operating after tens of thousands of years? We may soon find out. Every year, private satellites and independent researchers push deeper into the mystery, and each revelation brings us closer to the forbidden truth. The world's governments can hide the maps, restrict the airspace, and classify the data, but they cannot stop the ice from melting. And when it does, the past will surface, not as myth, but as memory. Beneath Antarctica's eternal night, a secret world waits to awaken. And when it does, everything we think we know about our origins will change forever. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this and want to explore more of the world's greatest mysteries, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We've got so much more to uncover together. See you in the next one.